talking about? Are you
Hey
nuts or
guys.
what?
Dad's out of the
Hello,
picture. It's not his shop
Candy.
anymore. It's mine. I signed this,
I will show you
and I own the
guys
butcher
how
shop,
to
okay?
make-
He'll no longer have a say.
What's it called?
Are we doing this or what?
Cheese
Are we
sauce
doing this
from
fucking
scratch.
butcher shop together,
And while I'm
or?
watching them,
I'm
watch
totally in
it,
right away.
can
You
hear
know
it.
me.
I
I'm
come
all
on,
in.
Lord.
I'm all for it.
making
I mean, man,
from
it's gonna be
scratch.
such a
tell you, I know.
bar.
So let's just put
No
it
way,
there
forget
for a
about
second.
me. I'm moving to
First thing we're
Japan
gonna do
soon.
is grate up
Obviously,
some
I'm not going to be a
cheese.
part of your
You
stupid
want
plan.
some flour.
Right. Never mind.
Make
She doesn't
quite
get
a
it.
big portion,
But what about
so
you, Holly? You got a
it's gonna be
brain.
a lot,
You're a
and
smart
you want
man.
some
What's your
butter.
answer?
Milk.
No.
You need 2 cheeses.
Oh, what's going on?
You need
No. I'm the only
Wait,
Arab in the
extra?
group, and I'll be the first to go down. And my brother's in prison for this bullshit.
I have a criminal record, and I'm so in.
Oliver, you are always into me dumb.
No, guys, I'm talking about a business that's regulated by the state.
So I'm making
Come
a
on,
lot.
it's just
so
a-
my portion sizes are going to be really big.
I'm so
'cause
disappointed. I
trying
hope
to
we could
make
do this
it
as a family, but
for about 10.
No.
Well,
I'm still
yeah,
in, you know.
roughly 10 portions.
of course you're in.
We're going to do
I'm
milk
glad
butter
you're in.
first, but you don't want it to burn.
Gerard?
You want it to melt.
Well, I learned the Kaddish, and if it's okay with you and Joe, I'd love to read it this
And
time.
you want to start to
No,
do
thank you,
mix
but
the flour into
I
the
prefer
butter.
someone from the
So it
family.
becomes like
Yeah, but I thought since Benet was like a mother to me,
more
maybe
like
I
a
could.
paste.
No, that's very kind, but I asked Gilbert to take care of it.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, אמן.
I'm going to put more
יעמד
flour because
וירח
this is not
אותי ויד מתמחותי ויעצמו כוחני, יחלף יריד חדול ויום
I like doing it like this. Some people like to pat it down so it's one big piece and then break it up. But I find that when you're stirring it, these little bits break up easier. So this is one big stirring. Like you should never really stop stirring once you start this because it kind of starts to burn and you don't want that to happen.
You'll come to see me in
You might
Tokyo?
want to learn to turn
Well,
the heat down
sure,
as
as
well,
soon as
turn
I work
it up
less,
from
yeah,
time to
promise.
time.
That means
Right now
never,
I'm
right?
on heat level 6, whatever that is.
And are you going to tell him about your girlfriend?
I'll probably, once I start adding the milk,
I'm
because I
leaving
want
in
you
5
to
days.
dry
I don't
out
have
a
time to
bit,
talk to them.
get all of that.
And at least I'll be free over there.
You
I
don't
won't
want
have to
to
hide
let it
anymore.
get too
Unlike you and Joseph.
brown. I don't
Well,
want to
actually, we
explain
don't
it.
have to hide anymore
Too
because we're telling
brown.
my family this week.
Really?
I
Yeah?
don't want it to
No way,
crumble
congrats.
somewhat. Not really
Father
crumble,
could have
but
let me
I
do
don't
the
want to explain
Kaddish.
it. Crush it
And
easier.
Gilbert ruined the prayer, man, with all of his enunciation and
I wanted to grab the book from him and throw it in his face. Shame on him.
Start to pour.
fuck.
But my father is the way he is. He would have never let you do it.
Yeah, your dad's gonna lose it when you tell him about the butcher shop.
Who cares?
I won't tell him about the butcher shop just yet.
Huh?
Learning.
No. I gave him the papers earlier today. We'll go to his lawyer, and once it's officially mine, then yeah,
The thing
I'll
is, you need
sit
the
him
milk
down.
to get
and I'll
warm
quietly
every time
spill
you
the
keep
beans.
adding
You'll do
milk.
it quietly?
Yeah.
Right,
it will
he'll
thicken it
definitely be
out
quiet when you
and
tell
melt
him.
it down.
Mr. Hazan,
Yeah?
And the reason why you
can
need
we
both
talk for a second?
cheeses is because the white cheese
Oh, guys, go ahead. I'll meet you
will
there.
give it an extra
Morning.
bit of oil.
morning. I'm sorry to bother you with this today, but
No. Don't worry.
here's the thing.
Bit of
The
oil
plot
to
for your
break
mother
and
has
to-
never been
to
paid.
mix it in easier.
How come it was never paid? That's impossible. No. My father must have.
The thing is, I can never get a hold of him. I don't know how he gets in here. What's for sure is that he didn't pay for the plot, you see? So, I'm sorry, but if I don't get the money by tonight, I will have to,
If you have a
move your mother
blender, you can really
to
do
the
it with
indigence
that.
area.
What's that? What area now?
One day.
The indigence one.
What's
But
indigent?
you can do it with that.
Well, it's
I
a
like
mass
to do it
grave,
by
you know,
hand as this exercise,
for poor people.
and I don't get out the house much. The trick is to get the milk.
You're not doing that at
and
all. All right?
the
You leave my mother right where she is, and it's. I will handle this.
pastry thing. You start dissolving into each other. You will see the milk will start thickening up. And you want those little pieces to break down as much as possible.
Why did you do this to us?
What do you mean?
I
as
mean
it
the
gets
plot.
hotter.
Oh, fuck. He told you? I told him to keep his mouth shut.
Do you realize that I was forced to pay
I really hope
Mom's
you don't
cemetery
All right,
plot?
fine.
They were gonna dig
All right,
or
all right.
rob.
Okay, enough. I'll pay you back. I owe nothing to
Are
anyone,
you
okay?
stupid or what? I don't give a fuck about the money.
You're calling your father stupid now?
Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're stupid,
no,
all
don't
right?
say that.
I'm sorry, but you're just doing shit. You're ruining everything. You're ruining the
Come
shop.
on,
You don't pay
keep
my
it
son.
down,
Are you
all right?
fucking
It's
kidding
gonna
me?
Don't be
be
so
way
loud.
too
Be
thick.
quiet. I'll
Way
take
too
care of it.
thick.
I'm in
Take care of
charge. I'll
what?
pay you
You're in
back.
charge of what,
Time to
Dad?
start
You're in charge of
adding
nothing.
some cheese.
Joseph, come here. Are you trying to teach me a lesson? Huh? Is that what you're doing when you're a spoiled child or a failure?
I'm a spoiled child now?
Yes, you're a
Oh, yeah?
spoiled child.
Then what's
Yes,
my
you
gift?
are.
I'd love to be a spoiled child. What's my
your
gift?
gift?
The fucking butcher
Shut
shop?
the fuck
And then
up!
you have to keep adding more milk.
Bella! Fuck! You don't want to be a butcher? Look. Here you go. You won't be a
I'm
butcher.
getting excited. I will
jerk.
do. I like my cheese sauce quite thick. I like it to band everything together, and I like it very cheesy. So you're gonna see me put in a lot of cheese. Like you can see, it's quite thick now. So what we're gonna do is add the white cheese because that oil from that will break it down a bit more, and then we'll add more milk shortly.
I just wanna feel something.
I guess if you use a handheld whisk, an electric whisk, you might get a better hand. But I like to do things by hand because it gets my love and attention. To the next program, next episode. It was my brother's ex-girlfriend that taught me actually. I didn't know for all these years. That's why I didn't make mac and cheese. But when they were together, I was like, you got to show me, girl, because gosh, I don't like the ones in, I've never liked the ones in the jars. Like if you get a Dolmeo one or whatever, it's just not a nice, it's foul. Tastes very plain and bland and lack of cheese. So I like to make my own because I love cheese. I love it. I need to eat more. So the trick is to keep whisking because otherwise it will stick to the bottom and then you get a thick layer of burnt cheese sauce, and that's always the worst to wash after. I hate it because it's really hard. It gets all up in your sponges and your scouring pads. Oh, it's disgusting. Like I'm talking, but I'll probably do a voiceover or some music just to show you. Just a little bored right now. My next program has not started. You want it to cook for a while on the stove because it will thicken up more and raise up, so you'll get more out of what you make. But you don't want to leave it too long because it will burn. So don't get greedy now, thinking you can stretch this far. I would say more milk. It's still a bit thick for me and I want to add more cheese. Because when you add more cheese, it thickens up a lot. So I'm going to do that amount of that. Let's just go all in one. Let's not get too crazy because we need the rest for the top. I love my shiz. That's thicken up somewhat. Oh my gosh. I wasn't clever at all. I also like to add a lot of cheese because it gives it that stringy effect. So when you tend to pour it onto the macaroni, it will like solidify and gel it like a gel or glue, should I say. Cheese will glue it all together. So you want to add a bit more milk. I don't want it so thick now, because it's hard to kind of till it in to the pasta. Now what we're going to do is put on the number 1 so we can just till it. And then I'm going to quickly put the pasta on because I was silly and didn't do it. Because I'm making a big one, I want a nice big pot of pasta too, because I don't like it flat. I want a nice thick portion of pasta. There we go. So what you don't want to do is overcook the pasta either. You want to half cook it, because when you put it in the oven for it to bake down, it gets really soggy and it will start to break. So it's not nice. It's not nice. As you can tell, I'm making mac and cheese. So hence why I had the cheese sauce. I don't tend to make cheese sauce otherwise. It's not really something I need in my day-to-day meals. But I mean, I could start to apply it. I really should. Look how thick. Look at it. The pasta going. Put a bit of salt on the pasta. And then also a little bit of salt and pepper. Can never go amiss. Makes it, you have to season it a little bit with that plain. I would put extra stuff in it, but my daughter doesn't like it, so I'm not going to make such a big portion and she can't eat none. It doesn't make sense. Got like a whole pot of cheese sauce. I love cheese sauce. We're going to save the rest of the cheese for the top of the mac and cheese. Make it all nice and crispy. And then in the meantime, preheat your oven so it's not cold going in. You don't understand how many years I wanted to know how to make this. So there must be someone out there that don't know how to make it too. And here is the ingredients and the process. So hopefully this will help somebody. And when you use a plastic sieve, I find that it the cheese tends to stick to it a bit more when you're stirring it. So it's harder to dissolve because it will end up clumping up. It's a bit weird. So hence why I like to use the metal one too. It's a bit better. The trick is to keep the cheese moving so it doesn't solidify. Or, you know, start sticking to the bottom. Nice and thick. I gave it a pit break, but what you see is there'll be a skin on top, and then that ends up going hard, and then when you stir it again, the skin will go into, and it'll be all funny pieces in there. It's not nice. That's why I say keep keep stirring it. Sorry, because it's not nice. switched it off. Hopefully. I'm conflicted. Excuse me, I did not get my dish ready. To put the pasta in. See, oh, that's what I mean about if you leave it too long. So that's it for the the cheese sauce. Once I've made the mac and cheese, I'll show you the end result. So this is the mac mixed in with the cheese sauce. I like to put, so what I do is I put 2/3 of what I made in and mix it in so it's all really mixed in. Then I'll leave 1/3 or enough just to coat the top a little bit to give it some cheese, like a kind of film of cheese. And then we've got white cheese. Let's do, this one's quite heavy, it's quite a wet cheese. I got the extra strong because I quite like it. And then I aim to put more in the corners and the sides because they tend to heat up more. And then you've got burnt mac and cheese on the sides, and that's never nice. More cheese. I know this is probably most people's nightmare, but this is my heaven. So in this one mac and cheese, I've used one whole packet. Well, I grated one whole packet of extra mature cheese and one whole packet of red Leicester, because it's the red Leicester that gives it that nice colour at the top. Sorry, I got OCT with this. And then just one more layer, just little spritz of this on top. Oops. Try a bit more. And then we're good to go in the oven. So what you want to do is put your oven as hot as possible. And then stick it in. voila.